Well, well, well. Shopping for a car?
Yep, Carvana made financing a car as smooth as can be.
Oh, yeah?
I got pre-qualified instantly and had real terms personalized just for me.
Doesn't get much smoother than that.
Well, I got to browse thousands of car options on Carvana, all within my budget.
Doesn't get much smoother than that.
It does. I actually wanted a car that seemed out of my range, but I was able to add a cosigner and found my dream car.
It doesn't get much...
Oh, it gets smoother. It's getting delivered tomorrow.
Visit Carvana.com or download the app to get pre-qualified today.
Valentine's Day is over, but still the dating scene is as crap as ever, isn't it?
Holy hell. Yes, it is.
Yeah, I don't get it, man. You know, like, what is it that people find ways to just screw up? You know what I'm saying? And then, like...
Screw up, just not care. No, there's no fucks given to a lot of things with people these days.
Big time. I mean, like, look at how some of these people just strike out, man. I mean, I know mixed signals are all over the place. I know things like sexual harassment are poorly defined. Believe it or not, they can be.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's
just,
like a sense of entitlement, too.
Yeah, it just, you know, honestly, between you and me, it messes the game up. So,
oh, for sure.
To let people know how this goes, we're going to take it from the top, Stacey. Matter of fact, it's good to have you back for the sequel episode.
Thanks for having me back.
Oh, of course. Hey, as a matter of fact, you want to lead us in?
Sure.
I'm going to let you do it this time. Go on.
I don't even know what to, how do I lead in? I don't even know what to do.
Oh, okay. Well,
what does that even entail?
I'll let you know. Welcome to the J-Man Show here on... Try it.
Oh, you just want me to do an intro of the J-Man Show?
I would love for you to do it this time.
Welcome back to the J-Man Show.
Here on J360 Radio.
Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Hey, J360 Legion. Welcome to episode 87. This is your man, J-Man here. And, of course, with me from Michigan, the hostess of the Panophobia Podcast, Miss Stacey Jayne. It's good to have you back on.
Thanks, Jay. Thanks for having me back.
Always, always. You know you're allowed to be on there. You're not on the no-fly list yet.
I'll be sure not to post on your Facebook page and say something asinine.
Hey, that's not the reason. See, I expect you to do that, but I just don't expect random, ignorant, uptight people to come up there and just do some stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like,
this is true. I'm strange, but I'm not a stranger.
yeah, and I love you for that. You're important to me. That's the way that goes.
Pretty much, yeah.
I mean, like, as a matter of fact, how has your days been since Valentine's Day and stuff?
It's been actually really chaotic. I spent it working a erotic art show for 3 days straight. So that was kind of nutso, pun intended.
Hey, sounds sexy, pun intended.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There was some sexy parts and some very unsexy parts. So,
well, let me ask you.
You get a very interesting mix. That's for sure.
Well, let me ask you. Is it NFSW? Or is it not?
I don't even know what that means.
Oh, not safe for work. You
yeah,
know
definitely not safe for work. It's an 18 and over erotic art show. So,
oh God.
Yeah. I mean it's an event. So I mean you have art, you have artists, you have performers. Yeah, so it's a whole venue. It's a very big thing that happens every February in Detroit. It's called the Detroit Dirty Show.
Ooh.
So it's I'm pretty sure it's not just national, it's international, as far as like we have people come here to submit their art or perform. We have like a lot of burlesque performers.
That sounds so beautiful, Stacey.
I know.
Like some people I need to go meet.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Man. Hey, I'm gonna go over there to Detroit one of these days. I definitely got to go there, and hang out with you live and do like a live show in front of everybody and stuff. That's on the table.
Yeah, for sure. But, yeah, I've been working on it. I've been going back and forth with a few different people with like studio space areas, and just trying to work out the kinks with all that. Just keep running into roadblocks with either sponsorship or finance, for the actual space, or the space, becomes some sort of hazard with weather. We've had some really fucked up weather here.
That's just how it goes, hon. I mean,
40 below, wind chills going on. It's been nuts. So, yeah.
Ever since that polar vortex thing, it just hasn't made sense anymore.
I know. It really hasn't. I was down in Ohio for a photo shoot, and I came back, and there's this freaking just winter blizzard going on again, and it wasn't even like mentioned like in the news, like, hey, we're gonna get like 4 more inches of snow. Nope, don't remember anything about it. They said some flurries.
Oh god.
Like, okay, just dumped on us. Cool, thanks.
I wonder, though, is it because they just didn't get to it in time, or they just didn't care? You know what I'm saying?
It's hard to say. It really is. I don't know. Man. But, yeah, I'm really over winter. I would like it to be spring, like now.
Well, according to that groundhog, it's supposed to be damn early spring.
Well, it better, like, hurry up then, because I'm over this winter crap.
Well, I guess it's on layaway, hon. I mean, we're just going to have to put payments on that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I need expedited shipping.
Hey, expedited? We can't even afford the E of that. You better stop. Yeah, look at us behind the mics, broken. Talking about that expensive crap.
Right? Can't afford it. Yeah, this global warming is bullshit.
Yes, it is, actually. It has done nothing more than slow me up in my escapades, because I'm ready to see all the ladies run around half naked. You know what I'm saying?
See? Thank you. Can we take off some layers, please?
Right. Could you?
Yeah. Could you? Won't you please? Be my neighbor.
Now, unfortunately, while we're having our fun about that, in case some of you feminists don't understand, that's social interaction, where me and a nice lady are talking about things, and we're
just talking about layers. It's okay.
Yeah.
We have filters and layers, and but we're in our comfort zone, so it's okay.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, people need to kind of, people that actually know how to do this, I should say, should open up a little bit more and stuff like that.
Well, we're not catering to the overly sensitive demographic, so it's all good. It's all good in the hood.
Is that an actual demographic, or are they just seat filling? You know what I mean?
Ooh,
that's the question.
That is a question. I'm sure there's an answer out there for that.
Yeah, but don't have enough time in the show for it.
This is also true. So what have you been up to over the past few days post V-Day?
Well, I've been working. And that's about
working.
It.
Just working. Well, I've been working too.
Just working and making some money. I got to go and get us ready for J360 TV. That means we get to show our face after a while.
Ta-da!
Yes. All the handsomeness will be shown in front of everybody. And if your screen got darker because of that, don't worry. I'm just naturally black. That's just the way it works.
It's like, man. I hope you like some dark chocolate.
Indeed, because I'm not milk chocolate. But, oh man, speaking of which, though, I know we're talking about it in a jovial mood, but the subject matter that we have going on nowadays, there are people out there that go too far in their relationship pursuits, and some are not really pursuing relationships at all. They're just trying to control people. Of course, we're talking about stalkers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Our favorite people that some may have not had the pleasure of having in their lifetime.
And hopefully they don't, but
definitely not a pleasure.
the odds are against them, though. You know what I mean? And we're not just talking about women being stalked. We're talking about everybody. Everybody in this situation could have a stalker. I know I've had one. I know you had several.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, look at me totally calling you out. What am I talking about? I had several, too.
Yeah.
let's be real. You don't get this crazy and all this.
You've had them.
all this world weary and aware of things without dealing with some of the craziest things the human race has to offer, especially when it comes to stalkers. Now, according to like Psychology Today, they say there are 3 types of stalkers. There's the intimacy seeker, there's the resentful stalker, and then of course the first one is the denial stalker or the rejected.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll talk about those 3 a little bit. And the thing is that stalking is such a big problem in our society that people come up with ways to try to solve it, but the thing about it is they don't know where the problem festers and comes from. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's also because there's a lot of mentally ill people that just are completely unaware that it's not typical behavior as to what they're doing and how they're acting or reacting in any type of situation. People don't understand boundaries. That's initially where that comes from. They think that if you're nice to them, you're interested in them.
Ooh.
Whereas you can be a nice person and not be interested in somebody romantically.
Big time.
And the other part is, where these sorts of people that have this sort of, I guess, like, mental illness of not being able to associate what a genuine kind person is or somebody that's actually really into them and not be able to, know the difference. They literally fabricate these ideas or stories in their mind of like being with certain people, and it manifests, and then they act out on these things. And that's where some of these crazy stalkers come from. It's scary. It's so scary.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. And it takes me right back, man. It's like, you're just trying to help out because it's in your character to want to help out, but then, it becomes all this weird stuff all at once. And then it becomes, like, you try to pinpoint where it's all coming from, like, where's the center at, so you can stop that. And maybe then things can get on its own keel. Of course, though, by going through that, it's already awkward. It's already annoying.
Well, yeah. And I mean, so there's 3 major categories of stalkers, but there's actually 5 different types. You have, and what the first one typically is like, and I can't say the first one necessarily is like, here's 1, here's 2, 3, 4. There's 5 different categories. Like the rejected stalker. That's the most common and dangerous type because they pursue their victim. It's often a former romantic partner. The relationship ends. They often acknowledge, they have a mixed desire of reconciliation and revenge because they're rejected. It's someone you broke up with and it didn't end well and they just can't let it go.
So like delusions.
So but it's a combination of, legal sanctions and mental health intervention because clearly they're unstable. They're violent. They're intense people. They just don't take rejection well. Like, you broke up with me, I'll show you, kind of thing.
Oh, so more retaliation in the mix.
Those are very scary stalkers. So that's kind of like circumstantial as far as those type of stalkers because of the relationship ending. There's I think you mentioned the intimacy seeker stalkers. They want that intimate relationship. So that's a different person. Whereas say you interact with this person at work and they have a crush on you, and, you know, you're very nice to them, and they, for whatever reasons, just manifest this idea in their head that you're together and you have a relationship together because you interact with each other. That's pretty delusional as well.
Wait, that quick though?
Yeah. Oh yeah. You'd be very surprised at how people can latch onto a person like within like days of meeting them. I know.
That's 5 minutes though.
Mhm.
That's 5 minutes. You can't. I hate to sound judgmental, but I mean, even as a kid, I know it takes time for that stuff, man.
There are also those types of people that feel like, and I don't want anyone that's listening to this to get the wrong idea about what I'm saying here, but the whole love at first sight thing, I get like the initial attraction, you know, of the first time meeting somebody, and, you know, like you feel like sparks fly, whatever. But at the same time, like mentally, it's not I don't know. I guess I don't feel like that's a real thing. Like the love at first sight, and like that's like, oh, I found the one, blah blah blah.
Well, if it is,
my life is
rare.
And that's just it. It is rare. But to some people, they just fall instantly in love with people every time they meet somebody. Have you ever heard of somebody that like goes through relationships like constantly and they're in love with every single one of them?
Yeah, that stuff is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
It's like a drug for them.
So those, I would call those the intimacy seekers because they're in love with being in love.
Mm-hmm.
You know, those are the ones that have the, the delusions that, or even morbid infatuations with certain people. It's hard to explain, but
that's usually the stalker that winds up in your bed and tries to wear your clothes and eat your food and stuff, right? That's usually the one that does that. Right?
Could be, yeah. I mean, I think they stem. There's, you know, the stalker is only one part of the equation of like, you know, sociopath and psychopath and, you know, all those other, you know, psychological disorders.
That's very true. That's very true.
I mean, let's not get started with the whole Ted Bundy stuff.
You know what? I have a problem with all of that, by the way, but that's
my God. I feel like we need to recap on that at some point because
we will.
I was so disturbed watching those. I was like, I cannot watch this at night. I cannot leave my house now.
Yeah, I don't think you should do that kind of stuff. That's not some nighttime talk right there.
It is definitely not. I always find myself watching Netflix like late at night, especially before bed. I have to choose wisely of what I'm watching before I go to sleep.
Right? Well, you know,
oh, man. The Ted Bundy tapes were not a good choice.
Not at all. But you know what? I have room to talk because I was watching that Let's Not Meet stuff on YouTube, right?
Oh, yeah.
And sometimes I just get so soaked in. It's like, you know what? I don't care if I have school or work today or I'm doing J360.
I know.
This is too good.
I know. The binge watching is real.
Oh, yes. Very.
Oh, my God.
Hey, but how about those people that were... oh God, you don't need to talk about it unless you feel comfortable. But
sure.
Remember you told me about like I think you told me something about a guy that thought that y'all were in a relationship.
Yeah.
Like he was really, really delusional about the way he was, and you touched base on it with me, but we didn't cover it last time.
Yeah. Okay. So I had a male friend, and we were pretty close. Like we hung out a lot. And I think it was a matter of assumptions, you know, because we were together a lot and hung out a lot. And we were very, like, flirty and friendly and stuff. And, like, we had an on again, off again romantic relationship, but I had told him that I didn't want a actual relationship with him. I said I wasn't like, my heart was not in it. I didn't see anything developing between us. It was just, I mean, to really sum it up, it was pretty much a friends with benefits kind of situation. And I just said, you know, this is all it's going to be. If you're okay with this, it can work, but you know, it's not going to be anything more. Don't be hopeful. Don't think I'm going to just fall in love. And he was like, no, I understand. I get it, blah, blah, blah. He didn't get it,
Not
you
at
know,
all.
and I understand sometimes feelings happen, but that also changes things too.
Very much so.
And so he started, you know, behaving in a way of like a jealous boyfriend. You know, if I hung out with different male friends, you know, and stuff like that, it just got real weird. And I had to like pull him aside a few times. I mean, one time I was like, come on, this, you know, we talked about this. And then a second time happened, and I was like, dude, really?
So
And then finally the third
there you
time,
go.
I said, this is it. There's no more, we can't come back from this. I said, we're pretty much not going to be friends after this.
Dang.
And I was just like, you know, I had to have a talk with you about, you know, not acting like the jealous boyfriend. And I said, you're not my boyfriend. You have no say. I said, I can hang out with whoever I want, whenever I want. You know, I said, I get it. You know, we had an intimate thing, and, you know, it was between us. We discussed it like adults.
Right.
I was like, but at the same time, you know, when you make those types of, you know, decisions and you're like, okay, we have an understanding. So if I said, if I wanted to go and actually start dating and date some other person, I'm an adult. I will tell you, this is over. I'm moving on to something else. And the same for him. I said, you know, if you meet someone, you want to pursue something, cool, good for you. This was just, you know, just a casual friendship, whatever. But
Right.
yeah, he couldn't handle it. He
wasn't
couldn't
mature
handle
enough.
it. And it's too bad because, you know, we were such good friends. We got along super well.
Right.
But at the same time, he was causing so much drama because of like his just, you know, he was a little aggressive about situations. Like if he saw me out at a bar and I was hanging out with some guys and talking with them, he would like storm in and break things up. It was just a mess.
God.
I was like, what?
Yeah, he
So
wasn't
it was
mature enough for that
embarrassing.
kind of thing. He wasn't.
It was
mature
really
enough.
weird.
Yeah, I believe it because, you see, I've had a lot of people that read the wrong idea. Believe it or not, there's a lot of brothers and sisters out there that get mad when you give them the talk. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
And it just goes to show how crazy people can go from 0 to 60 in a matter of seconds. Nowadays, it's not even the 60 anymore. There's no medium.
Yeah.
And you see, you got to be prepared for that, which is why I will go ahead and say this. By the way, if I'm hanging out with Stacey or any of these nice females that I'm talking to, and you were the dude, you were the dude. You're not the dude anymore. And not only that,
Right.
take the, you got an L. Take that L or catch these hands. There you go.
Right.
That's the whole point about it is, because, see, I'm not one of them brothers that just, you know, let you come in, attack me. You understand what I'm saying? It's
Right.
just the way
Right.
it goes. And people
Well,
like
it's just,
that.
yeah.
You know?
It's an unfortunate situation,
It's
but that's
horrible.
also why I don't date friends. Ever
Right.
since that was like a thing, I'm like, oh, I can't do this anymore. It got too much. It was too messy, and I don't want to ruin friendship.
And I mean, that's true, because you don't want to mix.
So,
you know, 'cause
right.
you don't wanna go
I
through
just
that
kind of feel like
stuff.
if you take your friendship to the next level, it's really hard to come back from that.
Mhm.
You know, once you become like a friends with benefits, I think it's real hard to come back from that, you know, especially when people start like dating other people and what, like, are you still going to be friends? You know, I don't know. How does that work? I always think it's too awkward or uncomfortable for certain people. But
I mean,
I
that's
mean,
your
at the same time, I
choice.
feel like we're all adults. Can't we just like know that that was a thing and we moved on from that?
Right.
But
You
some
know,
people are just too immature and
and
they just can't handle it.
and not only
Which is
that,
why I don't really hang out with very many guy friends just one-on-one, because they seem to feel like there's always going to be that option, maybe,
oh,
that something would develop. And I hate, I'm single. And so it seems like even my male friends that I hang out with, it's like, I feel like there's some sort of like hopefulness in their brain. Like, oh, if we hang out together and we just get real tight, we'll just be like, a relationship down the road. And I
good
hate
luck with
that. I
that.
hate feeling like that.
Good
Like,
luck with that.
Ugh, gross.
It doesn't
So,
work like that, though. I mean,
no, I
see,
don't
sometimes
like that.
it
And I don't
depends
know
on
if
the
it's just
choice.
if it happens to females more than males, or I don't know. But I really feel like 9 out of 10 times my single male friends that hang out with me probably want to date me. And
Mm.
it's kind of like annoying.
Hey, I don't want to open any old wounds. I said like us drinking and just having a good time.
See? And that's where it's at. I'm like, no, we're just
We're
friends.
just chilling. That's just the way it goes.
Can we just be friends? Hey,
Yeah,
you know what? You like this kind of music? Let's go to this concert together. That's
right.
cool. I'm okay with that.
I mean,
But I hate the whole awkwardness with some people where they're like,
right.
oh, do you mind, can we get dinner before we go to the concert? And then they like pay for my food. I'm like, whoa, what are you doing? Like, do you think I'm
Mm.
gonna like owe you something from this now? Like, let me pay for my own food.
Well, you know, the
Like, what are you
craziest thing
doing?
is when they don't talk. You know what I mean? People need to actually talk. I mean, it's one thing when you're
Communicate,
enraged and you're
right?
saying stuff. It's like, no, that's not how it works either. You got to
Right.
talk to each other. You got to listen. There's got to be some
Right?
communication there. But
Right,
you know,
exactly.
people are just ridiculous with this stuff. And I can
I
understand where that's
know.
coming from. But, you know, like me and you sitting back, chilling, having a good time. We're just having a good time. Nothing too bad, nothing too shabby. That's what you're supposed to do.
Right.
Adults are allowed to have friends.
Right.
Some are, because you got some people that don't know what that is anymore.
No. A lot of people feel like they don't, you can't have platonic friendships with the opposite sex.
At least that's the rule
I
book
feel
they're
like
trying to write.
yes, you can,
You can.
but everyone has to be a mature adult about it. Like, you have to respect your relationship
Right.
and know that the people you're friends with. I mean, you're not gonna be in a relationship, boyfriend girlfriend relationship, monogamous relationship, and then go out with a single girlfriend with the hopes of like sleeping with them. That's just,
Right.
you're a terrible person. You suck.
Oh, yeah. See, like, there's no honesty in that at all. But, we can always touch base in another episode about those that do have that significant other and they leave it at home. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But, that's another thing, right? When people want to control somebody else. And then there's the stalker base in that, too. I'm sure you had a moment where...
The obsession?
Yes. What the hell is that? That's not even attraction. That's just living and breathing and thinking about that person all the time. Like, you're all inhabiting the same
That's
body or something.
suffocation.
Yes. Like, what the hell is that?
Especially, well, and it can be two different sides of that too. You can be in a relationship with that person that's completely obsessed with you, or you can not be dating that person that's completely obsessed with you. You can be, I would say the obsession with like the relationship, say, gosh, I want to dig back to like almost high school where I dated a guy that was super clingy. And I mean, clingy is like a nice way of saying it.
Oh, it's
But
bad.
he literally would not let me do anything by myself or with other people. And it was like he had to be there constantly and he had to have a say. And it was like control freak obsession. Like, it was just too much.
So pretty much you had the Venom symbiote following you around in high school.
Right? He was weird. Yeah, and he wasn't like that until we started dating, which is one of those things. You can be friends with somebody and then you get in a relationship and then it's like they flip the script. It's weird.
Here comes all the insecurities now.
You know, I feel like I got to hang out with somebody for a solid 6 months before I decide if I want to date them.
Yeah, that's usually the waiting
period. There's like a probationary period. Mm-hmm. Like, let your weirdness come out. Like, just let it come out first, please, before I decide to commit. Even though six months is a long time. Most people would only give it like maybe 3 months. Mm-hmm. I feel like 3 months is pretty solid too. But if you're really busy and not seeing them like often, you may have to, string it out a little longer. But
the 90-day
anyway,
rule, but
yeah. I had a situation with who I like to call the obsessed guy who wanted to be in a relationship with me. We were friends. We hung out on occasion. We met in a tattoo shop. And strangely enough, we were seeing like the same tattoo artist. That's like how we met. And he was, I don't know, he was like one of those MFA fighter people. He was like, I don't know, he did like boxing and kickboxing. I don't know. But I was like, oh, he seems all right to hang out with, whatever, go grab a beer and stuff. And we would hang out. And anyway, strangely enough, like he had a girlfriend and he was always asking me out and wanted to go out and hang out. And I'm like, well, where's your girlfriend? He would say she's working, or I'm like, I don't think I feel very comfortable just hanging out with you and you have a girlfriend. Like maybe if I met her and it was like, you guys said it was, whatever. I just feel like it's weird, especially for a new friend,
Oh, yeah.
So I was just like, oh, he seems like such a creep now. I don't really want to hang out with him because he would just make all these weird excuses. So I started backing off, not responding to his texts or his calls. And he would just start showing up to places that I would go to, like other bars, find out when I had tattoo appointments. Damn. He went to the greatest length of getting the same tattoos as me. And he sent me a picture of it. Hey, look what I got today. Now we're twinsies or something. He said something like, now you will think of me every time you look at your tattoos because I think of you. I'm like, oh my God.
There's the cringe. There's the cringe.
That's probably the most creepy thing anyone's ever done. Don't get a tattoo for me, about me, of me. Please don't. Oh, that's just, man. No. Just, no. I mean, it's as bad as getting somebody's name on you. I'm just not an advocate for that.
I mean,
but when I wasn't even dating him.
I mean, it's just
so weird.
Yeah, man. I mean, hell,
I've been trying to get these stupid tattoos covered forever.
I mean, you shouldn't have to cover up, but what the hell is his excuse, man?
It pisses me off every time I look at them. Man, okay, listen. Let's see. It's 2019. I've had these fucking tattoos on my body for 12 years.
Yeah, I don't think they're going anywhere anytime soon. I mean,
12 years.
The thing is, I don't smoke, but because of your stories right now, I feel like going through at least 2 packs.
Like, seriously? Seriously, I think I'm going to start smoking now.
Smoke some weed.
Right? Yeah. I need to. Oh, my God. It's legal here.
Yeah, Hey, y'all, this is a green-friendly show. Let's just be real.
Right? CBD.
Yeah.
I'm CBD friendly.
Shoot. Got to be. I'll see you on April 20th.
So anyway, to sum up that whole story with that guy, I mean, I ended up like blocking him on everything, social media wise, and changed my name on like social medias and stuff for like the craziest whatever. I even like didn't even go on like Facebook and stuff for like over a year, I think, after that happened. It was just too much for me.
Right.
But he tried contacting me, I think it was a year ago. Yeah, it was just over a year ago, like through Snapchat. He somehow found my number. I don't even know how, but I was like, oh great, this guy.
God, the long kiss goodbye. What the, you know?
Yeah, I know.
That's just
like, do you know?
You know, the most powerful word in the world, and people just don't understand it. No is a strong statement. Any of you out there, just use no. Just be about that.
Yeah, just affirm no for me.
Goes a long ways. I just don't get it.
Yeah.
But you know what really
I've had some weird ones, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. But who am I to judge, right? It's like, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And you know, we're not even to the worst ones yet. Cause I've got more. I've got my list.
We still got a mountain to climb.
We do. We're at the base right now.
Oh,
if you thought tattoo guy was bad, just wait.
Uh-huh.
Hang on. We're getting there.
You know what really gets me, though? Like, it's one thing to pursue love, but it's a whole different thing when you're trying to control somebody. That's not love.
No, that would be my ex-husband.
Yeah. Like, hey, I don't want to reopen old wounds, but, you know.
Oh, no, we're good.
Okay. But, like, it's just, that's just not the way it works. You know what I mean? There has to be a 50. You want to go for that 50-50. Now, some people don't know how to do the ratios, right? And in some cases, it's not our responsibility to know what the ratio is. The fact that it's here, that's a problem enough. But how about it when it follows you not at your home, but at your workplace, though? You know, the place where you get your money, the place where, you know, you have to be at so you can make sure rent is paid on time, and not to mention the phone bill and stuff. You know what I mean? Pretty much the reasons of life right there. Well, not reasons of life, but you know.
Oh, yeah.
Like
I mean,
I can't do workplace relationships, Stacey. I mean, it's got to be about me and the money there. You know what I'm saying?
I know. But, you know, that's where we spend most of our time. That's why these relationships develop.
That's true.
It is what it is. That's also how people have affairs. I mean, I hate to say it, but it happens. Given like my circumstance, I'm just going to throw it out there because this wasn't even part of our agenda, but my ex-husband had an affair with his coworker and he ended up marrying her. Oh. True story.
Well, you know, that was optional.
But
you had to throw that in there.
But you know what? I could be like, oh, they suck, but I'm so unhappy, blah, blah, blah. No, I am so much better off without him. And they're actually happy together. So it's okay. Not saying that that's like shitty situation was not a shitty situation. Yeah, I get it, you know, but you have to look at the whole like big picture. Like, I was not happy in my marriage. He was not happy in the marriage either, clearly. So we're no longer together. He found somebody else and he's good now. So it's like, okay, cool. You know, it's a better situation, technically. It was like, it's how, I don't even know how else to explain it other than you just have to see the positive out of the bad situation. But the fact of the matter is, you know, it didn't work out. Okay,
right.
So we accepted that.
Well, you know, that's pretty much
moved on.
But that's true.
I mean, it's just another statistic.
Right. Well, you know, that's pretty much the gist.
It is.
That's pretty much the gist of our episode tonight. You know, it didn't work out, and thank God.
It didn't work out. Oh, story of my life.
Hey, speaking of which, though,
life.
Have you ever had some of them coworkers that were very, very aggressive and obsessed over you? Like, you know, you could have that sort of thing. Like, I want that relationship at work. I want all that kind of stuff. Blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, God.
There's
so many.
Because, well, if you feel comfortable talking about it.
I had one relationship at work. We dated for a year and a half, and it was like kind of like a secret at work because we weren't supposed to be dating or whatever, you know?
Right.
So it was, so nobody really knew we were dating, and we kind of kept to ourselves. We didn't really interact at work, blah, blah, blah. Well, come to find out, he was dating another person at work. I mean, they did the same thing. It was so funny. And her and I actually became friends afterwards, which was kind of hilarious. But that's also why I'm like, I don't do workplace relationships, because I was like, that's a little too shady, and that's really uncomfortable. So, yeah, I found out about the whole weird affair thing. I ended up quitting because I was like, screw this. I'm not sticking around for all this nonsense. But I have another workplace situation as far as stalker situation.
Hey, we're going to have to hold it here, Stacey, because we overwent our time, so we'll just be back for part 2. Not only that, I ran out of Doritos.
Hilarious.
Oh, hey, yeah,
I want
guess
some
what?
Doritos.
Get your own. You're a strong, independent woman.
This is true. I got some downstairs. I can go get them myself.
Good on you, because, like I said, not everybody's...
on you.
Because not everybody is down with the Cool Ranch. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody loves nacho
that's
cheese.
my jam. I love me some Cool Ranch.
You know what? I'm just not big on sharing. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, this is Jay signing off. Thanks again, Stacey, for joining us. Peace out.
Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details. Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.